Welcome to Armchair Bookers. I am your host, Dr. Vampire Hardcastle, and my co-host,
Steelman Christopher Steele.
Alright, this is Summer Blast 2018.
I'm going to help with this one more than I normally do because...
More story involved in this one.
I've got shit.
You got shit. He's got shit he wants to get in.
But, where are we starting?
Young Bucks versus Team Hell No for the tag team titles. And if you're watching Extreme Rules, it's pretty much the same thing, except the Young Bucks win instead of the Bludgeon Brothers. I shouldn't say pretty much the same thing. They jump him beforehand, but it's Daniel who gets injured, and he doesn't come to save the day at all. Kane, does a great job holding him off for a little bit, but the Young Bucks super kick him into obscurity.
And we're back to the drawing board on tag teams.
Yep.
Which I actually have a couple ideas for.
Good. Want any of them to jump in right now and make their presence known?
Nah, that'll be next show, but I'll let you know afterwards the show.
Okay, cool.
What I'm thinking.
Next match is a double title match. Me, the Vampire Hardcastle.
I'm sure you got some spots, and I gotta jump in on this one too, but because you want to start it off?
Yeah. I refuse to come out first. Firstly, I'm like, I am the only champion here. Miz, you're a joke. Please leave.
Actually, he's kind of challenging you for your title.
Yeah, more or less. And I was like, the only way you're getting a shot at mine is if you put yours up for grabs. So yeah, no.
Actually, no. I thought it best. He knows he won the All-Star Championship. Steel Corporation gets a title rematch.
Right.
And he's the one that challenged you because and making your match the rematch
for Steel Club. And in doing so, after the entrances, another set of music hits, and it's Morrison! Morrison comes down and just kind of saddles up next to the ring. And I'm like, alright, I got a partner in this one, sweet. Well, starts off, typical Miz playing to the audience, and I'm like, fuck that. So I, kick his leg off from underneath him, start to beat down, grabbing weapons, bringing him in, beating the hell out of him. Starting to get a little bit of an advantage, because, he'll fight back a little bit, but I'm starting to take over a little more than Morrison's liking. So Morrison slides in with a chair and looks like he's going to rail up and fucking blast Miz, and just turns around and just creams my ass. Leaves me laid out flat ass in the middle of the ring. Just boom, done. I am not moving for a minute. Morrison just starts pounding the piss out of me,
That's when the rest of the
Steel Club music hits, and they descend upon that ring like the Shield when they first debuted. Every direction that he looks, he is surrounded. There is no way out. He could not dive a direction to get away. Someone will catch him and beat his ass. But he tries anyway.
And of course, I am the shepherd.
Right? Standing at the top of the entryway.
You go here.
Directing traffic.
Don't forget Morrison. He's excommunicated.
Right? Oh, definitely. Young Bucks slide in, hit him with double super kicks, and chuck his ass to the Wolves. Pick up the Miz and hit him with a Meltzer driver, which is a tombstone with a 450 added on for fun.
I thought you said added to the Wolves. I would imagine outsiders.
Well, yeah. He pitched him to everybody out there, which would include the outsiders.
You said the Wolves. Yeah. Hand him to the Wolves. That's the outsiders get the Wolf Pack.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Let's see. From there, my lifeless carcass gets dragged upon the Miz, who is as well getting a beat down from the rest of the Steel Club, and I am now the double champion I'm the All-Star champion and the Ultraviolet champion. They drag my ass out, take me to the trainers' facilities to make sure I'm not concussed, which I'm not. Just let you know that now. That leads into our next match, the mirror match of the evening.
Alright, I'm going to let you direct this one. We already figured out.
This one's super easy. This one's going to be very short. First one, down to the ring, Kama. The Ultimate Fighting Machine, Kama, in his red gear with the mohawk. Comes down. Oh, yeah, I didn't even say. The match is Kama versus Godfather versus Papa Shango versus Goodfather. We stated that in the last one. Next out, Papa Shango. Comes down to a shaky, weird, smoky skull bit. That's where Austin got from.
I would have Papa Shango, then Kama, then Goodfather, and then Godfather.
Yeah, Goodfather's next, and Godfather comes down with a parade of hoes. 3 each for every Godfather replicant in the room. So that's 12. He's coming down with 16 hoes. No, I said 3, right?
Yeah,
12 hoes. And offers them to Kama, who's like, yep, thank you, and grabs his 3 and leaves because, well, it's just a slow evolution to the Godfather from Kama. And Papa Shango just shakes his freaking smoke thing, creates a nice cloud, and as the cloud disappears, so does him and 3 other hoes. And it leaves Goodfather, who's like, no, I refuse. No, that is bad moral turpitude. And Godfather's like, oh, are you kidding? All right, fine. It lets the hose out, and as he's letting the hose out, Goodfather gets in that first cheap shot. Boom, racks him in the... And he thinks he's got a good handle on things, so he turns around, goes to pull off his glasses and take his tie off like he used to and whatnot. And as he's going to take his tie off, behind him is just pumping the train, man. And he fucking gets the tie off, hands it over the thing, turns around and go, boom, hoe train. Stumbles out, up, pimp drop, pins him. 1, 2, 3. The hose even distracted the Goodfather. We cut to the back. I'm getting my clearance from the medical guy. I'm like, yeah, we're good.
You're walking away from, and Adam Cole. Started walking by you, and you're like, hey, you dropped this.
And hands him the All-Star Championship.
All right. Then we go cut back to the ring.
Cut back to the ring, and you're standing there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Boom.
No.
Yeah. That's the next match.
You got the women's match.
Oh, shit, yeah.
You skip that one. But we'll do it that way.
Right. My bad. Next is Paige versus Becky Lynch. No stipulations. Nothing super special about this. Just a good old go of a match. If you've ever seen those two go, you know they can go. They almost Broadway this. It's a 60-minute time limit on all title matches. And they push it to 59-55. Where Paige gets the PTO slapped in and wins the match. Barely wins the match. If Becky would have held on for 5 more seconds, she wouldn't have lost, but she would have pushed for. She'd been able to push for a rematch with no plausible deniability. Like it would have been like, yeah, you definitely deserve. And at this point, basically everybody in the back's going, she deserves a fucking rematch.
Right.
Pushing that an hour, go back. That's not including entrances. If you count entrances, it's like hour 15. Because Paige takes her sweet ass time. She knows she's it.
Plus, I come down with her.
Right, every time anyway.
All right, now we cut back
to your office.
All right. No. This ain't go out. I gotta go out.
Yeah. That'd be what would be next is.
All right. One. So, I start heading toward the ring. I get to the ring. I'm like, all right, we can't have
a title
just handed over.
That's not how it works here.
You gotta earn your title. So, right now, Adam Cole versus Hardcastle for the All-Star Championship.
My music hits.
Actually, no.
No, Adam Cole's music hits because Challenger first.
I'm stickler
for the rules. He comes down with the All-Star Championship already in his possession. And he's just he just keeps looking at it like, what the fuck was that?
Hold on. I take it away from him because I'm still there.
Right, and he looks at you, he's like, seriously, what the fuck was that?
All right, and then your music hits.
My music hits. Bell rings. during my entrance, like they love to do.
You come down.
Come down, get in the ring, hand the belt off. You're in there. You're the only one in there. There's no ref. You are the official for this match.
So you take
belt
off. Ultraviolet
championship off, hand it over.
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't. That's fine, but this ain't.
It's not for this. It's not for this. This is not relevant.
And I'm like, I hand it to timekeeper area. I'm like, this is gonna be his no matter what happens. But this is
what's on the line, dude.
I hold up the All-Star Championship.
We go nose to nose like this. And Adam Cole, like, typical talking bullshit, just gives me one of these pushes, and I saw that shit like an atomic bomb just went off on my chest. Boom! Flat back.
He does that to you though.
Yeah. Just
he does
blank right to the chest. He blah, blah.
Like,
and the audience is just like, what the fuck? Adam Cole pins me real quick. Chris gives him the
1, 2, 3
fair count.
You pop up.
I pop up, pull out of my back pocket a freaking Steel Club shirt, throw it at Adam Cole. We all laugh and point at him, and big group hug. Ha 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 ha! You've been the whole audience has been swerved. Piss off.
Adam Cole has taken John Morrison's place
on the chessboard of the Steel Club.
And then we go to
the Championship Scramble.
And you got this one figured out?
Yeah. It's a 30-minute championship scramble for the Global Championship.
I only had part of it figured out. That winner.
Right. Okay.
Basically, that kind of the end.
It is. This is the order that they enter in. James Ellsworth.
Actually, championship scramble, they can enter different weird orders. The champion doesn't have to be
first
or last.
Or last. Yeah, because it's every little bit. Yeah. So first in the ring, James Ellsworth. Second in the ring, Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode and Ellsworth. Ellsworth just gets the shit kicked out of him for the entire 90 seconds of the in between. Or are we doing 5 minutes?
I thought it was 5 minutes.
Okay, the whole 5 minutes. I mean, he is just a puddle of shit by the time he is done. He's laying.
How many times does Bobby Roode pin him?
Oh, I'll go with like 14, 15 times.
Because
after every move, he just scores a pinfall because, what's Ellsworth going to do? Kick out?
It doesn't matter because there's only one pinfall that counts.
The last one. So he's just racking these up for the fun.
I can beat all of you guys. I'm proving it.
Exactly. So Ellsworth is just a puddle of piss in the corner when Stevie Richards makes his entrance. Slides in. Stevie kick! Oh, we might get a win on this one. Pins him. 1, 2. Oh, no. Kicks out before even the 2. Bobby Roode hops up like, what the piss? Not just hops up, nips up, totally pissed. Starts laying into Stevie. Ellsworth starts waking up a little bit. But that doesn't matter because Bobby Roode just starts back and forth and him like a good face would. Just boom, 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 one down, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, back and forth, back and forth. Timer goes off. Hardcore Holly comes in. Hardcore Holly doesn't just come in. He comes in with a freaking... You remember how Raven used to come down with a cart full of weapons? No cart. He's driving a forklift with a big fucking basket of toys in this and of it. He is called Hardcore Holly for a reason. Right. And he comes tooling down this thing, and he reaches through his shit and throws out a fucking vibrator, blow-up doll. It looks like the bit from Mallrats. He's pulling out everything he doesn't need. And he's like, oh, here it is. And he reaches in and pulls out a barbed wire baseball bat. And everybody's like, yes! Freaking barbed wire bat! It's Barbie! It's Barbie. He's got Barbie. Mick Foley's old Barbie. Slides in the ring. Goes to lay in a shot on Roode. No, not having it. Roode, boom, kick to the gut, grabs the bat, blam, lays it into him, throws the weapon out, get that crap out of my ring. This
actually has disqualification.
Yeah, but it matters. The last pinfall is what counts. He knows he can get the shot, and Holly can hold the title for 45 seconds. Blasts him in the face, throws the weapon out, pins him, gets his belt back.
That is the current champion.
As the current champion. Well, the number game's starting to get to him. He's getting for every other guy he's getting down, he's getting a shot behind him. He has to turn around and fight off until Al Snow's music hits, and as he's coming in, the lights go out, and start doing the red-blue flash from ECW. Well, as that's happening, the audience just starts throwing the heads. The snowstorm occurs. It's just heads flying about everywhere. The lights come on, and Snow is holding his head, raises his head up, and even more heads fall from the ceiling. Just like there's a big old barrel of heads. And Rude's like, what in the fuck is going on with these lunatics? Like, you can clearly tell he's on his last nerve of dealing with this chicanery that these bullshit artists are pulling off. Like, he's like, all right, your gimmicks are enough already. Starts working on Snow. Snow's fighting back like a son of a bitch. Snow and Holly hold Rude down and just beat the shit out of him. Snow and Holly start to get into it because they're like, no, I'm winning, as Richards and Ellsworth continue the beat down on Rude. And Rude is completely taken out of the equation as Richards and Ellsworth drag him by the ankles up the aisleway. They tie his ankles first with a bull rope and drag him away. You can't really get disqualified for tying someone up, can you?
It don't matter. They don't get a count out because...
Right, count outs are the only thing that's not relevant. Well, as Snow and Holly are getting into it, the ref is distracted with dude getting drug off, and Snow grabs head and just blasts Holly right between the eyes. Blam! Lays him right the hell out and rolls him up and screams to the ref, and the ref turns around and counts the 1, 2, 3. There's 3 seconds left after the 3 count. Ding, ding, ding. Al Snow is now our global heavyweight champion. So, yeah. Title changes are as follows. I win the All-Star Championship. I lose the All-Star Championship. And Bobby Roode loses the Global Championship. I lost mine to the new member of the Steel Club, Adam Cole Bebe. Bebe. And Al Snow is our new Global Champion. So tune in.
And find out what's going to happen next.
Find out what happens once the Job Squad.
I also got another surprise coming.
Oh, yes.
A couple of people want a title match from me.
Nice. All right, so do you want to wrap this early or?
Yeah, we're gonna do a
quick picks.
Who do you want to pick this week?
All right,
I think we should go with those type picks again.
Yeah. I love the dream match picks. That's actually what we should call the segment: the dream match picks of Armchair Bookers.
Of our wrestling podcast.
Wrestling podcast, yeah. The dream match should
Steele-Rhoads
be.
Productions dream match.
The dream match should be.
How about?
I got it. We were talking about him on the other podcast, so go watch Random Ass, and the first wrestler to have an action figure.
Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah, who does Sergeant Slaughter? I mean, the man can wrestle. I mean, let's not cut him short. He was a joke in the Attitude Era, but when he was back in the day, he was a top heel.
Yes.
And a top face. He was, like, in the territory days, he was a top face of the Northeastern.
So was DiBiase.
Right. Like, there were a lot of... DiBiase, there we go. That would be a good one, too. Well, what do you want to do?
That's tough.
That is a tough one, because they're both really good in their own right for their own reasons.
I'll go... You said Sergeant Slaughter. Let's go ahead and do Sergeant Slaughter.
All right.
I don't know if it happened or not. My first one is a reliable one. Macho Man.
In a singles match, not that I know of. Not to my knowledge. Maybe in the territory days when tapes are hard to get your hands on.
Right.
But no, I'm thinking no. But yeah, that would be a great one. Macho's a great hand.
Right. Macho. Savage. Or Pafo. However, whatever you want to say.
We call him Savage in these air parts. When we say Pafo, we're talking about his brother.
Weeping Lanny.
Weeping Lanny.
The
genius.
I don't call him Pafo either.
Yeah.
Right?
We're talking about their dad when we say Pafo. It's true.
Baseball player?
Yeah, and wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Macho Man was a baseball player, too.
Yep. What made his arm so effing big? When he was in baseball, he would fucking hit a damn
tree,
empty tire wrapped around a tree.
Yeah.
and just like blah 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 blah. And he took that shit everywhere he went.
Actually,
he would put that shit in the trunk of his car.
Because of him doing that, there's a lot of baseball players that do that.
Yeah, and there's a good reason. He was a. If Macho would not have gotten injured to the point where he could not have played baseball, he would have been a home run hitter. He would have been a Mark McGwire before McGwire was. Because he was already noted for...
What?
Oh, this just in, Bobby Lashley beat Roman Reigns. Feckin' sweet.
This is going to be aired later, but...
Right? You'll probably hear that from us again anyway. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you say Savage?
Right.
That's a good one.
Savage, great handwriting. He practiced his matches ahead of time.
I know mine did happen, but I would rather have seen it with them both in their prime, which had been physically impossible, but still. Triple H. Triple H versus Slaughter was a very good match in that era, but it could have been even better with both of them in their prime. Because Triple H was a good 6 years from his prime, and Sergeant Slaughter was about a good 8 years out of his.
Right.
And to say that is not an insult to Slaughter, because he put on a hell of a match. He took a fucking pedigree onto a chair.
Was that the boot camp match?
Yes. At the DX pay-per-view. He took a pedigree onto the fucking chair. It was the old school pedigree where he had no protection of his face. That is something Slaughter did not do back in the day. He didn't know weapons. Like, the most he knew was, like, gut shot to a chair and then one to the back and, like, typical heel bullshit. Or, like, with that writing crop he had for a little bit. That's about the most weapons he knew.
Oh, wait. You forgot the,
machine guns and G.I. Joe.
The weird toed boots.
Oh, yeah, the boots. The damned boots that
he would use.
The boots. All right. Who's yours?
So,
who you got?
You kind of took one of mine, so...
I figured I did.
But probably would have went Savage as well. If I would have.
Yep.
He's gonna get pretty much reliable. AJ Styles.
Yeah. Yep. That'd been a great one. I'll go with Undertaker. Undertaker versus Slaughter would have been fucking weird, dude. That would have been just a clash of both worlds, characters, gimmicks. Like, everything would have just been in... Oh, dude, that would have been so crazy.
Right. Who would you have as face and who would you have as heel?
Oh, I would have Face Taker, Purple Glove Face Taker, against the defector version of Slaughter.
See... I don't know.
Or no, I take that back. I would have
American Hero
Sergeant Slaughter against the demon,
the
original Dead Man Undertaker. That was like you couldn't put him away. That would have been a great one too. Any variation of their gimmicks in a match would be good. So who's your final?
It's tough. How about him?
I was thinking the same thing as I'm watching him. I'm like, damn, that'd be a technical fucking knockdown, drag-out fight. Because Slaughter could, like, actually wrestle. He was a catch wrestler.
Kurt Angle versus Sergeant Slaughter.
It might bore some people, but people like us that actually kind of get into the technical aspect.
I don't know. I think it could be something like Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, it's very brawly, but still very technical at the same time.
Right.
Hey, no. Oh, she bought a ticket.
She bought a ticket, yeah.
Saw Ronda Rousey at the pay-per-view. She's still...
Her ticket, she just had her tickets down.
Smart. They were like, get your tickets out. Gotta have that shit ready.
Alright, so...
I think my final is one of my good old reliables and a very controversial character in and of itself. Or not character, but just person in general. Chris Benoit. Benoit versus Sergeant Slaughter. And I'm going like WCW era Benoit when he was super fucking technical.
The Crippler?
Yeah. The Horseman Benoit. Pre-Crippler, actually. When he was like just fresh out of ECW. Him and Slaughter would have put on a good match.
And yes, technically Benoit is in the Hall of Fame.
No, actually not. I looked into it. They very, very, very specifically say which version of the Four Horsemen it is. It's not all the Horsemen, so Paul Roma is not in there either. Like Dean Malenko's not in there. It's the Flair, Ole, Arn.
And you know what? That's bullshit because one of the best incarnations was
the Pillman Benoit one.
The
Pillman, Benoit, Hennig, and fucking Flair.
No, I was thinking.
Or the Malenko Benoit.
No, Flair, Anderson, McMichael,
and Benoit. That was an amazing one.
That's one of the greatest incarnations.
Like, of all time. Of all stables, that is probably one of the best. Because they are... You had your talkers with Flair and Arn. Those boys can fucking hold the mic down like nobody's damn business. You had your workers in Benoit and Flair. And you had your muscle in McMichael. Like, he's just a big meathead that was there. They brought him along because he had Deborah, and Flair's like, I want to fuck her.
And everybody passed her around.
Yup.
Alright, so it's going to be a shorter one, but...
Meh, kind of. Not really. We're only 5 minutes short, and don't really need to bleed this one out. So, like,
share,
subscribe, comment, notifications bell.
Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your frenemies.
Until next time,
book it right.
Ring the bell. Peace.